Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. I'm your host, in the gunner seat. I got the Sprinky.
Hey y'all, that's me.
And yeah, exactly that. Broadcasting live on this 28 March. 28 March, holy crap, 2024, in the year of our kiosk dumpsters fire. Maybe I should have said kiosk. Wait, hang on, that's messed up. I shouldn't say kiosk dumpster fire. Fort Carson right now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna cut the jokes right quick. If you guys have not been paying attention to WTF Nation, U.S. Army WTF moments right now, Fort Carson is going through a fire. And working with the authorities on Fort Carson and the public affairs team, shout out to them for jumping into action and ensuring that we got the message out as quickly as possible. There have been 2 updates so far on the fire on Fort Carson. And just real quick, firefighters within the Fort Carson Directorate of Emergency Services Department responded to fire around 1 p.m., which you guys, that's about this, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes after that's their time, behind Patriot Elementary School, and as of 4:30 p.m., the fire is 30% contained and burned approximately 106 acres. Hell yeah, PAO, let's go. I'm telling you, man, PAO's more than happy to reach out to us in the WTF Nation. We'll be more than happy to put out some information for y'all, and so shout out to them. They did a great job at reacting pretty quick. Patriot School Age Services and Cheyenne Child Development Center were evacuated to the youth center on post, and the Sam Houston Loop within Dakota Ridge housing area was under pre-evacuation procedures as a precaution and was not evacuated. However, all pre-evacuation and evacuation orders have been canceled now. So more information will be released as it becomes available. And there is no longer a threat to any structures on the installation. The majority of the children have been reunited with their parents at the youth center. So this is the last update in the evening. The next update will be provided at 1000 on Friday, tomorrow, which is what's the beer math on that one? 1, 2, 3. 1000 is like 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. So yeah, there you go. Arm the teachers. I don't understand. Bro, come on, man. That has nothing to do with Come on, Billy. Had nothing to do with that.
I mean, how is that going to fight a fire?
Yeah, exactly that. Well, arming with fire extinguishers and shit. So just real quick, just giving an update. And there were some arts and crafts that was sent to us. And again, it was really quick, to be honest, the way everyone reacted to the fire. It was bam. Hey, did you guys see this? And we're like, oh, okay. And then the next thing you know, I sent a message out to the PA team. Say, hey guys, you guys tracking? And then immediately, bam, poof. Hey, yes, this is what's happening. We got this, we got that. We have this, we have that. Give me information. I mean, everyone was. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, man. The WTF Nation stepped up on this one. I'm digging it. That's what I'm talking about. So as bad as it looks, I'm glad it's been contained. So we'll just wait up on those details, and then we'll post an update. That's gonna be update 3, I think. Update 3 tomorrow on the same post that you just saw on there. So Again, shout out to the public affairs team for reacting, and shout out to you, the WTF Nation, for giving us all the information for us to jump in on there. That was some like, dude, that was like emergency response. I felt like freaking what was his name? Shield from what was that movie Volcano, where he's in the emergency action center with his little headset and he's like coordinating stuff. That's how I felt. I felt like one of those EMS guys, those FEMA people. Just, well, I don't know. FEMA has a bad connotation now, but I felt like I felt important. Yes, exactly that. I feel like I was part of the fire squad. Exactly. So that's what's happened today for that. So that's a real quick update. But other than that, whoo, doggy, we got an interesting show tonight. Let's see. Let's jump in real quick. Do you want to just jump in and just talk about the blowback that we got?
I mean,
might as well. So you guys know we posted the patch that's caused, caused all the trending stories from Task and Purpose, from military.com, from Army Times, about the special force. Yeah, exactly. A special forces soldier wearing a patch that had an altered emblem on there, and instead of replacing it with the swastika on the yeah, let's talk blowback, fellas. Yeah, exactly that, Jared. Yeah, exactly that, Don. I can see the comments again. Fuck that patch. Exactly that. So, when that was posted on WTF Moments, and of course all the stories came out, an interesting event happened. Platform manipulation in that world is pretty. It's legit. It's like a legit. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's almost like weaponizing the IG. You got to complain about something. The IG can't really, the IG has to go through its processes, and even though some of it's like bullshit, I'm not saying whatever IG complains, are never unsubstantiated or whatever, but I'm just saying. So at any rate, it was almost like a pretty fucking like, well, it's not a big deal if you see that skull. Now look, no one's saying that skulls are bad. Yarg. The Jolly Roger flag. Yarg. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dia de los Muertos, just stuff like the skulls that have a specific format. This right here, and the fucking whataboutisms on the comments on that post.
I mean,
I'm just like, are you fucking, well, the patch, and then of course all the guys that wanted to fight us and talking shit about us. So, Facebook Rangers, hang on, let me put that again. Facebook Rangers. There you go. There's a tab right there. Facebook Rangers, threatening to fucking fight all the admins and getting all pissed off. We were waiting for death threats. I'm like, man, I can't wait. So we can just see what happens and see if someone's gonna. Well, that's on the Facebook page. On Instagram, there was so much fucking drama on that they had. How do I say this? And I know what they were fucking doing. That they had mass reported it for extremists going against community guidelines and extremist symbol, little stuff like that. Now, naturally, of course, being that we have our pages all connected and everything like that, we can see the notifications, and we're like, doesn't meet community standards, huh? And me being a smartass, fuck you, bitch. I posted it back up. This is on Instagram. Well, then on Instagram, we got another strike. Now, at this point, welcome to Petty Town, not Funky Town, Petty Town. And holy shit, is that Ross?
yeah, it's been a while.
I know, about to say, Ross, how you been, man? Long time no hear. So at this point, I got Petty. Won't you take me to Petty Town? Yeah, dude, I was like, I was getting pissed. And all the other admins was like, man, what's going on with our Instagram page? Why is it getting like, what's going on? And I'm like, fuck that. I'm posting that shit again. And the original thing was because swapping the swastika for a Totenkopf makes it so much better. And then I reposted, said, hey, fuck you bitches. I pretty much was taunting the audience. Fuck you bitches. You bunch of crybabies. You mass reported us, or it was a genuine strike. So Instagram fucking struck the WTF Nation's Instagram page, and we're like, what the hell's what?
Well, but maybe that's just it. It's because of the term swastika in it, and it really I mean, the reason why it is a banned patch is because it does have what's considered hate speech in it.
Well,
so maybe it is a genuine strike.
World War II more memorabilia nowadays, because it's, and here's the thing too.
Yeah.
If you were like a true collector and you collect World War II memorabilia, I know I have family members. We got family members that I know family members that have World War II memorabilia, like some kid's grandfather, snagged a Nazi flag from World War II, and they just screw you Nazis, and they took the flag down as a war trophy, right? I kind of got that. And like I was telling you before earlier, it was one of those things that, I was thinking, I get it. If you're collecting stuff, I get it. Again, freedom of speech, do what the fuck you want, whatever. But my biggest thing is that this is on a U.S. Army uniform. So that was my biggest fucking issue. My issue is that, hey, look, you collect what you want, wear what you want, freedom of speech, what you want, post what you want. But my biggest thing is that it wouldn't seem like in an environment or in a culture or a specific career field that says we're cultural experts. We're cultural experts, but this is this. It just blows me away. The biggest nerds, and I'm gonna tell you what right now, and they don't want to fucking admit it, the biggest nerds in the Army that do cool shit is soft. I'm sorry. They all... Well, go ahead.
No, I agree with all of that. And I'm just saying that I don't I'm assuming that, yes, people had to have reported it, but I'm thinking the algorithm, as soon as even just one or two people report it, the algorithm's going to say, okay, it's saying words like swastika. It's saying words like what the fuck. It's saying words all these things. The picture is just having soldiers, weapons, this, that, or whatever.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So
no, you're right. No, you're right because you're right. No, you're right because
it could probably be reviewed.
Yeah. The thing is that you're correct on some of that aspects with the algorithms, because I have friends that shoot guns and do ranges, and they're doing stuff live and posting their videos of guns, and then they get their shit suspended too. So I get it. We're talking about graphic violence, hate speech. The second post that I did was an adulterated fucking post. I covered the swastika. I covered, I adulterated the image originally, but you're right. I probably, maybe fucking me personally myself, posting it on there and taunting motherfuckers. Come on, bitch. I was like, come on, Cletus, let's go. It just blew me away that people were really legit taken up for it. We talk about, and again, I see the comments right now. What about Rommel? Yeah, what about Rommel? He was a Nazi. He was the enemy general. We were in a declared war against Germany, and everybody during that time was open season. Whether there was an intent to spy or kill Hitler or whatever, that's not the point. We have to study again, going back to the nerd thing. Every time somebody from SOF deploys into a country, they do extensive research and studies. They study the culture. They study the audience. They study the foreign military. You can't fucking use that excuse of, well, I didn't know. Come on, Sarge. I don't know why I'm sounding like Cartman, but anyways, it just
because Cartman would totally wear this.
Yeah. Cartman would be like,
what's the big deal? He'd have it tattooed on his ass cheek.
Exactly. It's just a skull.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah, fuck you, Kyle. It's just a skull. So yeah, hey, I get it, man. You freaking, you get the ass, and you wanna, man, I get it. You really wanna fucking get it. IG removed a comment to me because I was giving someone props because of clans. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that, King. I know. I'm not trying to. I'm a psyop guy, man. Come on. I pour tinfoil and it explodes in my face, and I'm wearing it like Mandalorian armor and shit sometimes. So I was kind of like, specifically because I don't trust Meta on a lot of stuff that we get, and Meta's been good to us right now. Right now, believe it or not, our IG and our page is at risk. So if all of a sudden you see WTF moments disappear, that's because we're probably getting reviewed or something like that, because we're getting a little spicier with our posts now.
I mean, it happened once before, you know.
It did. Well, it happened one time when we were on air. Remember that
well,
one time we were on air?
And that's, yes. And then even on the U.S. Army What the Fuck Moments page, that's the reason, right? That there's no period after the S, because you know my grammar Nazi self.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts every time I'm looking at it right now. I'm just my eyes switches. But that's the reason why there's no S or period after this.
Exactly. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. So again,
Yeah.
so the going back and forth with the thing, it's like it really makes me mad, because then everyone starts playing stupid. It's like, oh, now all of a sudden we're fucking Matt Damon. Now we're saying we're making an excuse for this stuff. See, a comment in there already. The real thing is the patch things to me is that nobody did PCCs or PCIs on the operators. And that's where stuff gets checked and stopped before you fuck up your unit's image. Honor is an Army value. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, Logan.
Exactly.
You know, Logan, that's a good point. I know as a value, but as ethics. I'm gonna tell you what, man.
It should be like a human value. It doesn't need an Army value.
Well, honor, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the big thing. It's kind of like, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Like doing the right thing.
Yeah, doing the right thing. Duty. That's kind of like shit you're supposed to do when people fucking aren't looking type shit. It's all the salty CSMs trying to take you guys down, bro. Well, speaking of which, there's been a post already that said that's been floating around on the chats. And I don't know if I was authorized to release it or not, so I just leave it like that. First Ice breaks Facebook, then he comes back on air. Now Ice is close to shutting down a $1.6 million page. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly. I'm the cause of WTF Nation Radio's social media. Oh, thanks. I'll be honest with you. If it's fighting fucking Nazi
computer,
if it's fighting fucking Nazi supporters and shit like that, wearing shit on the Army uniform, I don't give a fuck if it closes 5 pages down. Even better that someone took their time to. Casper, I see Casper in there. Someone took their social media team and took time to blur the faces out, but not the patch. The patch heard around the world. Exactly that, Casper. So my thing is the ethics part. Is that there was just a report released today, a story by Task and Purpose about PSYOP and SOF and all that. Ooh, it just got me all verklempt. I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is good shit. I didn't even named in there. They even put retired Sergeant Major Ken Ramos, who runs WTF Moments pages and stuff. Whoop whoop, yay! I loved it. It got me to thinking about ethics. It got me to thinking about the culture of that. I mean, come on, man. 20 fucking years of doing Infinity War, 20 years of everything. And a lot of the excuses that you saw that was supporting that post, I know we're beating a fucking dead horse about it, but it just seemed like there was comments excusing, like an overwhelming feeling of entitlement that the harder the training is, the more they're allowed to get away with. Like, I get it, dude. So somebody, it's almost like where is it? Not like the comment that I made the last podcast when I said when I was coming up through the ranks and I was just little private Ramos, little speedy Ramos, little specialist, wet behind the ears, thick ass beer glasses and birth control goggles, walking around going, hey man, hey Sorn, I saw special forces soldiers coming out of the NCO Academy, fucking strapped, fucking press uniform, polished boots. Like I said, you never saw what they did in the field. You just saw them that in garrison. You said, I want to be like that. I don't look like fucking that. That text that's been going around is that all morale patches and everything, with the exception of, I think, rank and some of their team numbers and blood types will be worn on there. Hey, look, man. Hey, you can get mad at us all you want. We didn't wear the fucking patch. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care. It just to me, it's just like, oh, come on, man, it's okay. It's like when we posted that guy on Topless Tuesdays. Remember we posted that guy with no top on? And it was, yes, I do. And it was funny. It was funny because when we posted it, and we were watching it, we were watching the inbox, and we posted, hey, maybe we should do Topless Tuesdays, whatever. It's a guy, maybe looks like he needed to do some more PT or something like that. I am of a rotund body type myself. I'm in shape, because round is a shape. And I fucking, hey, let's just do a test and see what happens. We post the kid up there. We didn't say his face. We just said he was out of uniform. And immediately everybody was like, oh, man, you don't know what he's going through. He's probably having to redo his license because he was at the DMV in Hawaii. And he's like, oh, maybe this is going on. Maybe this is going on. But you best fucking believe the same people that were questioning that had the mentality, were sending pictures of females with their dirt tops.
Oh, yeah. It's all, oh, yeah.
And I'm like, see, if we posted everybody, got it, it would immediately come to, well, see, the Army's woke. You know what I mean? It gets back to that Army is woke bullshit. So to me, it's like, it's the lack of ethics to it. And I'm sorry, I'm fucking talking about soft community right now. The lack of ethics of it, enforced from the top, or I should say the lack of the enforcement of it, results in, punching bags full of cocaine, green on green murders, at home and at downrange, the morale patches mirroring Nazi units, the fucking drug problem, or a whole group just faced recently emerging. And there's even it's like the hits keep coming. There's even an emerging story about a fucking, an SF captain, fucking his own troops. And we don't cover, here's the thing. We don't cover the fucking little drama stuff. We don't cover we cover the fucking fraternization portion of it. It's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Hey, if you're fucking going through a divorce or whatever. And I've always said this too in previous sergeant's time. Well, matter of fact, you said it too. Don't fuck your troops. You can fuck other people's troops, but don't fuck your troops. Don't fuck the person that you're raiding, because immediately when someone senses or knows that somebody is, someone's fucking their subordinate, and they see the different types of treatment, no matter what that soldier, whether it be an NCO, then there we go. Reportedly, this has been happening now for a while. And I'm like, ugh. And then some brave modern soul will come along and ruin all the fun cleaning up the forest. Well, I'm going to tell you what, man, what's the standard? You can't sit there and talk shit about what needs to be happening, or what needs to be enforced, or what not to be, or ragbag soldiers. It's always funny that some of the guys that talk shit and say, oh, well, these fucking pogues are the ones that get butthurt when people call their shit out on their own stuff. Even if fucking, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like when you're saying don't fuck your troops, people immediately know.
Yeah, immediately.
You can say they don't. Like, everybody immediately knows. Like, and if they don't, like, you think you're slick, they know.
Right.
You're acting different, and something's different. If you're not talking to them, you used to. People know.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, like when you were young, Ice, and you were looking up to these people. I was the opposite. I'm young, Spanky. I'm staying absolutely the fuck away from all of them. I did not look up to them because I knew exactly how they acted, exactly how they treated females.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, fuck every single one of y'all. And I don't, and I still.
Yeah. Well,
nothing's changed.
Yeah, Jared,
hide it better.
Exactly. Well, Jared, I wasn't attacking you, but because I'm actually going through some notes. So, it's just I'm not cool with it. The problem is the people will crucify that leader for doing the right thing. And that's what's happening right now with that story that's happening. Because there's more shit happening. Apparently, a fucking soldier said, hey, this is fucked up. I need to report this. And was talked away from it. And I'm thinking, you just sit there and fucking say, well, a real leader does this and a real leader does that. And you have your own fucking leaders going on podcasts talking about unity of command and unity of effort. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Huh? So you're not going to fucking report this? It's just like outright lies told to the entire fucking formations about what true soft integration's all about and what it means to them. Oh, dude, I'm fucking pissed because it just pisses me off that commanders will use the fucking GOMARs and NJPs just because it's easy, and it gets reported like it just doesn't get reported as much, like instead of, I don't know, like real UCMJ or yanking fucking tabs from the offender. Just fucking do it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it that 1 year of enforcing every fucking standard and come on, because we post the shit up. We were thinking about, matter of fact, I think we got some in the mail too, some more injustice happening. And
yeah,
go ahead.
No, but it's as simple as like, oh, well, you have standards for how everybody's supposed to wear berets. Okay, well, no, that's a soft standard. Well, no, the fuck it's not.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like, okay, so you have different standards.
Yeah.
No, it's the same fucking thing. And it's like, okay, so you're setting yourself apart. Why?
Yeah.
Why does your beret like go down to your shoulder?
Yeah.
And cover half your face. Okay, it looks ridiculous. You guys can say whatever you want to. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah, and you're not even.
No, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say word like that because it just tells me and every other person to stay the hell away from you because you're an arrogant ass and I want nothing. Like literally,
Well,
it's just like, okay, but that's what it tells me.
No, but Spanky, you're
that's
actually
exactly what it tells me on this other side of the army. Is like,
right,
you're
exactly.
arrogant, you think you're above standards, and I want to be anywhere near you. I listen to not a word you say.
Yeah,
you can come in a meeting and brief, and because I've been at like division level meetings. And I'm just like, okay, I want to hear nothing that comes out of your mouth. And that's exactly what you're presenting to the rest of the army.
Well, not to mention the fact, I guarantee
I can shoot just as well as you can.
Well,
I may not be as strong as you, and I'm probably not, but I can shoot better. And that's all it's going to take.
I'm loving this.
So,
I'm loving this because you're not even airborne qualified, Spanky, and you're talking about beret standards. You're talking about beret, how it should be worn, and
because I don't need to jump out of a plane. I can drive there.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. 1 year of enforcing every standard to every fucking violation and every soft ethic violation.
I don't need to go to a fucking 3-week school to put a parachute on and jump out of a plane if I had to. So it's as simple as that. It does not take a freaking genius. I could read the book. That's hard.
Hey,
okay, sorry.
Hey, all you got to do is.
But I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. But all you got to do. I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying that there are some. It's just the basic course, anyways. When you go to airborne school. But again, go back on saying. I guarantee it. If an outside organization were to come out and say, you know what, bam, you're this is fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked. And you start pulling fucking tabs. And you start revoking Green Berets from fucking dudes. I guarantee it. It would only take 4 or 5. I guarantee it. The formation on its own would tighten up because that would be their version of how we have command posts. You know how the command posts use CMJs and stuff like that. I'll be honest with you. Public humiliation is like the only fucking a forcing function to get results for that community. And the soldiers that know that leadership they don't want to fucking hear it. They like, look, they don't. The soldiers know that leadership doesn't want to hear the issues, so they have to go outside sources like WTF moments, like task and purpose, like army times to get results. And not even talking about fucking serving with women. They're not even talking about that because there was a study that was published out that female operators, female soldiers that are serving in SOF that are part of the tribes, civil affairs, PSYOP, and fucking special forces, they're not seen as teammates. They're seen as fucking females, meat sockets, and goddamn targets for their notches on their belt. That's what they're fucking seen like. Until that fucking changes.
And that was how it was seen.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying. Until that fucking changes,
perspective.
Or a female fucking leader starts crushing motherfuckers. Until female SOF NCOs hold that line, there'll never be a full integration of SOF with women. Every time SOF on SOF, sexual affairs or sexual assault happen, it sets the females that are trying to hold that line back 20, 30, 40 fucking years. And then just like the case everyone will know about soon, spoiler alert, this is happening right now in the command itself. If nothing's done about it, then how can the command enforce that when it happens in the groups? As a matter of fact, there's right now an approved course of action to move all PSYOP units to special forces groups. They're just banning this shit. So dude, it just fucking pisses me off, man. It's just, stop talking about these ethical issues like they're just part of the pirate culture. Stop normalizing it. Hold a fucking higher standard for people that are supposed to be above the rest, above the best, and exceptional. Fuck.
You don't even need a higher standard. Just have a standard and be there.
No, just follow your fucking standards. Follow the Army standards because that's another thing that gets the ass too. It presents a golden boy opportunity, and then that's how you see all the hookups happen. That's how you see, oh, well, so-and-so got away with that, so I'm going to fucking do it too. Or so-and-so got away with this. Dude, we're not talking about something that's like a personal issue between marriage and stuff like that. We're talking about fraternization. Fucking your own troops is what you're fucking doing. And dude, it just pisses me off that we have fucking these leaders that are talking about podcasts saying, well, the culture and the indigenous report, approach and blah blah blah. Okay, so you're gonna fucking. So what's that approach? It's okay for you to or not enforce something, and then every time a PSYOP soldier or a civil affairs soldier speaks up and says, "Hey, this is wrong. I don't think it's like that," immediately is put on blast. On their own fucking command fucking podcast. I'm thinking, really, dude? You fucking, somebody just, okay, fine. Somebody just send the DM to me. Thanks. Somebody just sent me a DM of what was posted or what was been passed around. I got the DM now. Thanks. Ensure the below the information is implemented immediately from Command Sergeant Major Davidson. Patches. No more morale patches on kit, helmet, uniform, and it doesn't serve a necessary function like providing blood tap, unit, random identification, not ODA number, tactical marking. Then it doesn't belong. Questionable symbology. I don't like that quote unquote. Just say it. Questionable symbology or anything that could be misconstrued.
Yeah, don't put anything that's a Nazi patch on you.
Yeah, exactly. Or embarrassing to the group or the regiment will not be tolerated. Disseminate through the entire formation, no exceptions. So there you go. You got it. Everyone's got it now. So that.
And why does that have to be from a sergeant major? Like, again, like, sorry.
No.
Sergeant majors don't make policy.
Well,
So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
So
they don't.
But
Not only does sergeant majors not write policy, but you're right. It's kind of like a Nunya thing. It's kind of like
yeah, that's just a text message. Like,
yeah, that's just text message going out though. But oh my, here we go. Whoa! I got some what is this? Out the way when in action, the defendant pleads guilty to extra volume. Oh man, we got fucking junk people trying to spam us. For instance, here's one thing I'll say about the big army. And like I said, when I was little Private Ramos, and I was coming up to the ranks, and I saw this shit, and I was like, "Oh man!" I walked by the unit board, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Look at all these people getting in trouble." Then let me provide you an example of individuals getting in trouble. And you're like, "Oh shit! This is from." The first one is from the old guard. The tomb soldiers, the soldiers that guard the tomb. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to expand this one so y'all can see a little bit brighter, a bit bigger. There we go. So this is from the old guard. Okay, separated with honorable discharge, blah blah blah, for pattern of misconduct. A PFC received local file general reprimand Gomar, blah blah blah, for driving under the influence. I thought we had a no drinking or no DUI zero tolerance. But anyways, that's another story. Received permanently filed Gomar for driving under the influence. Another one is a received permanently filed Gomar for driving under the influence. Okay. Now here's the last one. A sergeant first class received a Gomar for sexually abusing their 2 daughters.
Are you fucking kidding me?
A fucking Gomar? Now look. The same guys,
all of these specialists and below, if this is the first time they've ever gotten in trouble, I am all down for them being able to recover from a one-time offense of a DUI.
Okay.
They're young kids. And all right, this should be like, okay, you got a DUI. This should be their wake-up call. If you want to make this a career, they should be able to recover from a DUI.
Of course, yeah. They should.
I'm even down for a young NCO being able to recover from a first time you fucked up,
I can see that. Yeah.
Nobody should be able to recover from any type of sexual offense.
Right.
Period.
Sexually abusing their daughters? Bro, why aren't they underneath the fucking prison?
He should, exactly. Like, if I was that mother, well, that sergeant first class would not have to worry about anybody getting in trouble for anything, just put it that way.
Yeah, bingo. Okay, so that was just the old guard. That was just the old guard. So let's go over to third ID. Let's go to Marne Justice. Remember we used to laugh at Marne Justice because it sounded like a fucking TV show. Kind of like it was like fucking Law and Order SVU, and then there's Marne Justice. So here it is, Justice in Action, right? This is the 3rd Infantry Division, right? And this is as of February 2024. So we asked around. Hey, let's let's ask around. Hey, what are we looking at for some of these offenses? Well, let's just pick one. Let's not pick on soft for now and see what else is happening. Okay. And so you saw that with the old guard, and we all know motherfucker should be buried under the prison, or he should be bush-nailed.
Jesus Christ.
He should be screaming.
These guys are getting more trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeah, I'm gonna get exactly the pages. We're gonna get fucking mass reported again because I said free Palpatine. Anyways, so Marne Justice right here, Justice in Action. Now here you go. You got a 2LT consuming more than 2 alcoholic beverages under a 24-hour and been intoxicated in violation of GO1. Result, guilty with written reprimand. Now look, I don't like the fact that we are doing GO1 in Germany because we're in Germany. We're in Europe. Dude, having GO1 is just going to make it worse, specifically in Europe, when there's already permanent party people stationed there. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Cav has done GO1 here on Hood. My former roommate had, GO1, no more than 2 alcohol beverages here in stateside before. Yes.
Wow.
I digress.
So here's another. We got Article 15 of a specialist receiving a field grade Article 15 for communicating a threat towards a commissioned officer.
Some of them need their ass beat.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that we didn't do it.
So I want to know what the threat was.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying I'm not.
Beat your ass,
some of you guys know me already. Hey, Ice, how come you're talking about you wanted to throw hands too? Well, I'm exactly like you said. I want to know what the reasons are. Throwing hands is different.
What was the threat?
What was the threat of hands being thrown? Article 15 for purchasing electronic cigarettes, vape juice, or similar devices from a non-APHIS. Again, dude, are you fucking for real? What is this, Puritan land? Are we fucking? Are we screwing this? Are we screwing down on the soldiers so hard now that literally you're fucking punishing them for for vapes? Really?
Again, I'm wondering, is there? I'm assuming this must be some type of Delta 8 vape juice or something.
See, that's the thing.
But
it's again.
There are 1,000,001 vape shops here outside.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you
there
what.
There are soldiers in and out of them all the time.
But Spanky, all those, because we're gonna cover that in a minute. Bullshit research done by your leaders, because there is bullshit research done by our Army leaders. That again, it's all the top one. It's always funny, and we've seen this before. The GOs and the brigade commanders are fucking usually when they're on, we get along with them. It's always the battalions and below that do this extraordinary shit, like fucking, I don't know, cover sheets on leaf forms when it's supposed to be, done electronically. That it blows me the way that we don't have, it's like, dude, you're really trying to fuck the soldier over for a vape that would be able to get no big deal. Again, you have those fucking, hang on. Facebook Rangers, hang on. Here's Facebook Rangers. Hang on, let me put it again. Facebook Rangers researching. Well, I researched something and it said that this vape juice, because somebody, whatever, you probably have sex missionary style too, but that's a whole different fucking. So there we go. So there's another. So the vape juice, possession of alcohol, intoxicated in violation of GO1. Again, the GO1 shit's out of control. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the GO1 shit. I don't think we should have GO1 in Europe, because when I was stationed in Germany, we didn't have GO1. We were a permanent party there, and we even had rotating units in, and we didn't have GO1 there too. These Rendezvous with Destiny guys are really fucking going nuts about this shit. So, being intoxicated, man. Another one for being derelict of duty for failing to stay awake, called conducting security. I get it in a foreign country if you're put on. I know, your general orders. That's kind of like not an article.
And look, and even the punishment for that. Look at that. It's just 5 days. That's like a hey.
Yeah. It's for that right there, it was probably more likely. Let's say receive
company grade.
Company grade. Yeah.
Company grade.
Yeah. And restriction.
That's
and
not a career.
Yeah. Exactly that. And I'll be honest with you. Looking at what the soldiers are going through. Why are they tired?
Yeah.
So another one was found guilty in reduction for E5. Reduction to E5 for violating curfew, operating a vehicle within 8 hours of drinking, providing a false statement, and misuse of an NTV. Another one we got there, Article 15 for pouring the milk before the cereal. TDY to Germany. Yeah, TDY to Germany. TDY to Germany. Some experiences may vary. Yeah, exactly that, Casper. It's almost like if you're soft, you don't fucking have GO1. Ooh, maybe we should do that.
No.
You know what? I think maybe I should. Maybe we should.
You're not. And I can tell you that's another thing I could talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Remember that
time in Kuwait is definitely it varies.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say.
Another one is Article 15. Article 15 for punching and shattering a Polish latrine mirror. Yeah, that's fucked up. Ass clownery. So all those GO1 stuff. We had a fraternization 103. We had 33 GO violations. And there's a little guide right there.
Does that not tell you something? Okay, so no, look, that THC Delta 8 marijuana thing is a 0. So that vape was not a Delta 8.
Right, exactly.
Like if you look right there.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
they literally are like busting this kid
For nothing.
for buying a fucking bait.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh my God. You guys are really ridiculous.
You're going to get busted for drinking water. Sorry.
Yeah.
And here's another, on the spot corrections. I'm going to tell you what. Shut up. Just shut up on the spot corrections, because if your soldiers are sending us corrections that we're being trying to make to senior leaders because you told them whatever, hey, fuck whatever, stop. We're getting to the point to now where on the spot corrections, it's not even it's just stop. I mean, you're just like, whatever. I would see that as on the spot correction as a charge.
Let me read it. The senior leader made a on-the-spot correction that resulted
in an EO complaint.
So the on-the-spot correction was incorrect.
Do we know that?
So whatever the senior leader was saying, no, that's what it says. The preliminary inquiry determined that the on-the-spot correction was incorrect. So whatever the senior leader was correcting was wrong.
Correct.
Like the senior leader was wrong.
Right.
But I guess the EO complaint was unsubstantiated. So I bet money the senior leader was wrong, like determining like, oh, your ponytail shouldn't be this or your earrings shouldn't be this. I will bet money that's what it is. Like he thought he was right. I wish I could see that one. I'll bet money on that one. Or your pants are too tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Or your shirt is too tight.
Or you need,
or whatever.
It was a lot. You need to get taped.
Or your braids are wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been getting.
I bet that's it.
We've been getting that.
You shouldn't have dreads. So yeah, I'll bet money that's what it is.
So to go back on the whole Delta 8 shit, like that kid got busted. The kid got busted for not. That's what that. And I'm glad you brought that up. So that kid got busted for Delta 8 for vaping something that was not like. If you were like doing it, well, it was, I think they're going, well, what's the principle of the fact that I gave you an order? Remember I told you about research, okay? We were blasted in our inbox. I think it was like yesterday or the day before or something like that. Or today, I can't remember. This is all fucking, these fucking days are starting to come together. We got in our inbox that there was a fucking, some geeks mad because we wouldn't post a WhatsApp fucking, supposed WhatsApp hack. And we're like, what are you talking about? I mean, you hear about this shit. And so this was sent out to an organization saying, hey, for anyone that uses WhatsApp, we just received this form from the S2, which I didn't know the S2 were involved in cyber awareness and cyber studies or something like that. And it was validated by the Division G6. That's another scary thing. Passed today from NSA Bahrain. That there's a video to be launched tomorrow in a website called Martinelli. Do not open it. It launches your virus and you won't be able to recover your phone. And if you receive it, a message to update to WhatsApp, go, do not update it, right? Facebook Ranger. Well, sir, I researched it. So the S2 in there, which I didn't know they were qualified or certified to do this. The S2 sent it to and of course the G6 verified that, right? The G6. Leaders, let's do a little debunking here. As soon as we got all that, I did my research. I contacted some real geeks. And they literally were laughing at me at some of the messages that we were getting. We never send DMs or anything like that, but it's like, hey, we're getting reports in the inbox at blah blah blah. And they're like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? And then I got this back. It's a hoax. It's a freaking hoax. Hey, what's up, PIQ?
I mean, division, which G6 did this?
It was, yeah. And again, they were like, please don't dime us out. This page makes you happy to be retired sometimes. Well, the way things are going, you might be recalled. Welcome back, sucker. But
eat a cheeseburger or three with me, Jeremy. We can get chunky. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly that. We got to be AR 600-8, 600-9. So if you get the recall order, start plumping up, start drinking milkshakes and eating Big Macs before you go to bed, so that way you get all nice and fluffy. But anyways, it was a fucking hoax. We were literally getting these messages threatening us that you guys have WhatsApp on your fucking. You guys have this. You guys have no better. You have an influence. You could this. And we're like, what are you fucking talking about? So I'm like, you know what? Let me do some research and I'll make an announcement during Sergeant's time, and we'll see what it is. And guess what? It was fucking hoax. So the S2, hey, you need to go. There's that term we say,
Go
stay in
check
your
the
lane.
weather.
Yeah, go check exactly. Go check the weather for the jumps or some shit, or make sure that the Houthis aren't fucking up even more or something like that. In Bahrain, and then G6, hey, you need to go redo your cyber awareness training, okay? Because that was validated and it was incorrect. The WhatsApp.
That's what happened when you got rid of. Oh my God, what's his name? I forgot the name of the guy with the blue shirt on the cyber awareness.
Jeff.
training.
Jeff. Yeah.
Yes, Jeff and Tina.
They were. And Jeff's real.
Yeah.
Jeff is fucking real. We posted it on the main page. He is real. He's out and about. So if all of a sudden, yoink, your fucking smartphone gets taken because you were listening.
Don't put them back in charge.
Yeah, don't put them back in charge.
Get rid of Jeff and Tina.
Maybe they should come back.
That's what I'm saying. Got rid of Jeff and
back.
Tina. They would have known that WhatsApp this was a hoax.
Yeah, they would have put it out and said, no, that's not what's happening. That's not. What are you talking about? Yeah. And then we would get laughed at and stuff like that. If we didn't post it, then we'd be like, oh, WTF Moments just doesn't care like they say they do. Blah, 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 blah. All right, shut up. We'll look into it. And I'm like, you know what? And as soon as I fucking right before the show, as soon as I found it, I'm like, get out of here, man. This is it. So
my mom would have known better.
Well, that's another thing too. Family always hits me up. Hey, Ken, well, you got this going and you got that going. Can I do this? How do you do that? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll walk you through it, and I'll just walk you through it, and that's it. And next thing you know, oh, did you hear about so and so got hacked? Well, what happened? They opened up every link and whatever, and like, bro, dude, just stop. I was just telling somebody too that sometimes these memes and stuff that come around, and I feel like I'm going through meme inception right now because I fucking swear, and maybe it's because I have multimedia autism. I was telling Holly this. I was like, I got multimedia autism that I could recite a fucking name. I could recite a fucking name or a movie line in a movie. I can look at a detail. I could look at a weapon that's on a movie and say, yep, that's a modified this, and this. Multimedia autism, right? I don't know if it's real. I haven't been diagnosed. The VA said I was good to go, so I don't know. I might have it. But my point being is that I was like, wait a minute, I saw a meme today being circulated around Facebook, Twitter, and all that. And I'm like, I've fucking seen this shit before. Sure shit. I looked it up. Dude, I think I posted 5 years ago. I'm like, what the hell?
Right?
Kids are getting mad in the inbox saying, well, you need to post this. Bro, this is like gold, man. Look at the watermark. Our watermark is on there. Oh, my bad.
God. Yes.
Sorry, man. Command Sergeant Major Rain Man. 45 minutes to Wapner. Is that what you're saying? I know that's the thing. I know who Wapner is. Do you know who Wapner is, Jared? And I'm not a Command Sergeant Major. CS. I work for a living. SGM. Don't burn your fingers. Yeah, Jeremy, don't burn your fingertips drinking alcohol. I don't know. Burning in uniform. Is that still a joke? Is that cool? Is it too soon? But anyways, so yeah, we put that's what was a hoax. So don't fucking go nuts and start getting mad at WTF Moments because we didn't post a warning about whatever fucking WhatsApp shit you use. Anyways, WhatsApp is sus anyways because that's the app that deletes messages as it gets sent, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, I think
no, it's Snapchat. Yeah. They feel like
yes. WhatsApp is the one everybody uses for their group text when they are overseas.
Yeah, exactly that. So, all right, so it's time for a break, and I got to rant some more. So, Spanky, do you want to hang out to rant some more? Or
yes, actually, Spanky is going to have to dip out after the break.
Okay.
Because it is a long weekend and her baby's coming home.
Oh,
or else I would stick around.
Oh,
I love you guys. I did want to tell you all sweet dreams now.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Yes. I love that.
So somebody says,
Ice will have to rant without me.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'll have to. And I really gotta.
I think he can handle it.
Yeah, I think I was telling CQ I gotta work on my not interrupting Spanky sometimes because sometimes
it's okay, and I'm gonna leave my lemon pledge here for him later.
Exactly. I appreciate it.
And it'll all be fine.
All right, so we're going to take a break right quick. So refill your glasses, go take a smoke break because I got more ranting to do. I got more ethics and leadering and stuff like that. I'm going to show a video so for arts and crafts, so you can just listen on the show, Spanky, maybe just throw some comments in there. So you're gonna love the story that I would come back with after the break. So at any rate, so we'll be right back. We'll be we'll be chilling. Again, refill your glasses, go get your, go take a leak, go take a smoke break, smoke them if you got them, and shout. See you in a sec.
Hi.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
All you Trekkies and TV addicts, don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud, blowing doors off inches, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch you off with the needle nose pliers.
With the evil you never seen before, gliding in the glaze, like gold in the fucking like a racing with the bass, so not goofy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hop, make it night with practice me running that you know. Oh. Remain calm, no belong, cause my form ain't fast, so what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Don't believe when they say I'm no better than you, except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock.
Check it out. What's it all about? We're working out, let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? We're working out, let's turn this party out.
Say, Doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your wall is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like Einstein or rap the too cool. Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci, some applicator. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician and the bank cashier, engineer. I wear
I'm going to cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Blaze blazing, yeah, I phase in. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just stay shit. Check it out. What's it all about? We're working out, let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? We're working out, let's turn this party out.
now. I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Wait, I'm muted too. God, see, I'm all screwed up. I just unmuted myself. My apologies. No. Come on, let's put the music on there. There we go. There you go. And we're back. You know, for someone shit talking about Facebook Rangers, I got the tab, so I'm really a Facebook Ranger, right? Anyways. Messing up my fucking buttons and shit. Anywho, welcome back to the second half of Sergeant's Time. El Dia de los Sargentos. Anyhow, appreciate you guys putting up with the rants. Again, Spanky had to take off, you know, Easter stuff, Easter family things and stuff like that. Baby Ice is right now pulling security out, making sure that the Easter Bunny comes there. Or if he does, no bag limit, I guess, on the Easter Bunny. So I'm always laughing at how people, and this is not, I guess it would be like a Monday conversation, but how people who talk about other people's religions and talk about how their pagan backgrounds and stuff like that. They're always quick to defend or say that, again, that research. Remember I was talking about the research. Now, well, let's talk to the Sergeant Major of the Army, but not our Sergeant Major of the Army. Does that make sense? Let's listen into another Sergeant Major of the Army of our allies, our friends across the pond. And he's got a very interesting, very, very, very interesting topic to come about. So I want you guys to listen in, and I want you guys to see what he's got to say. And then we can talk and stuff like that, and of course, comment. A real short video. I'm gonna watch along with you. So let's see this.
In my last vlog before Christmas, I said the Army was conducting a review into its policies on appearance and beards. A survey was launched to assess your views. It had a very large number of responses, so thank you to all of those that made the effort to reply. We have views from regular officers and soldiers, reservists, full-time reserve service staff, and also from the veterans community. Amongst those who responded, there was an overwhelming majority who felt that the Army ought to change its policy and allow soldiers to wear beards. I want to let you know that CGS and the Army senior leadership have now had a chance to review the survey. Now, getting to an outcome has taken a bit longer than we expected due to the large number of stakeholders that were involved, including His Majesty the King, our politicians, and our allies. So to get to the point, CGS has taken account of your views and decided the appearance policy will change, with our officers and soldiers being allowed to grow beards. I don't need to say that this is a major policy change brought about, in part, by your views. We've listened and we've taken action. I'd like to make 3 points. Firstly, on timing. The new policy comes into effect today to allow those on Easter leave that wish to stop shaving time to grow a beard whilst on that leave. Secondly, the condition is that the beards have to be neat. Our standards can't drop. The Army has a reputation for professionalism and a smart turnout with our allies and with the British public. We must maintain and protect that reputation by continuing to look our best. As such, this isn't a free-for-all, and in line with current direction regarding moustaches, you should expect to have your appearance reviewed to ensure that your beard is in line with regulations should you decide to grow one. Thirdly, there will be occasions when operational or occupational considerations will have an impact, and you will be directed to shave as and when circumstances dictate. Now to get to the detail. In line with the immediate start date of this policy, an Army briefing note is being released today and will signpost you to the policy, AGI 59. AGI 59, our appearance policy, has been amended, updated, and will also be available from today on SharePoint and Defence Connect. It may not be published immediately as we need time to get documents live, but it will be posted on both platforms as soon as possible. AGI 59 includes diagrams which illustrate what is allowed, as well as giving a description of what beards may look like. These will be included in this post below this video. I know there will be those who don't agree with this decision, and that's understandable. It's a major change to a long-standing policy. Nevertheless, CGS has given his direction, and we all need to fall in behind that guidance. The change will take time to bed in, and I suspect there will be bumps along the way. So please be patient and let this policy settle down. As always, if you have any concerns or questions, then please speak to your chain of command. For those able to enjoy leave over Easter, make the most of it, as I know how busy things are. For those of you who are deployed on exercise or on operations, I hope that you get a break very soon. Thank you for all that you do. My final point is to say how pleased I was to hear the announcement this week of the wider service medal, which will go some way to formally recognising some of the sacrifices that you make.
But incredible. I'm blown away about this. Phil Your Boots posted it. Yep. Posted about RSM not allowing our troops to grow palsy after this period. Wow. So here. Oh shit! This stuff's gonna have nuts in it. Look, man. Look. What about retirees? Do retiree? Ooh, that's a good point. Come back to would you come back to active duty as a retiree if you got to keep your beard? That's a good one. That's a good question. My point being is that look at what just the messaging about this, okay? Immediately identified the issue, talked about where the streams of information were coming from for this survey for a uniform change, identified the uniform policy, and explained the rollout, and then addressed that there was going to be a post or an update underneath his comms post. I'll be honest with you, that's how all professionals should be rolling out their announcements. That's how, specifically when it comes to uniform change. You know, we don't have agreement. We don't have an agreement, or we don't agree with what some leaders say. But I think the soldiers right now in the WTF Nation and the U.S. Army would be more than happy to get any type of fucking update on anything right now from somebody of the leadership that would just like to, hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Hey, this is what's happening. Blah, blah. We get your return. Hey, look, we get it. He even said there's going to be some individuals that are not going to like this regulation. Holy shit. I love it. And it's going to happen. So there you go. We've already had some soldiers already with the beard exemption as well, which is what I want to talk about already. Remember what I said about some research done by a fucking G6 that actually did not pan out correctly, that was incorrect, that ended up discussing what the policy was for something that didn't happen or a hoax. It's important that you do your research. Again, it was funny. We got a lot of shit for not reporting it, and that's the reason why. Which brings me to this next topic. So again, shout out to the Sergeant Major of the British Army. I have friends in the British Army that are like chomping at the bit to hurry up and get me out there, possibly this summer or maybe in the fall, to go do some of the stuff that I used to do, or brief or talk or whatever, have some LPDs. So I can't wait. But I asked some around, hey, what's the conditions around the? You want to hear from leadership? That sounds like a discipline issue. All right, Abe, keep that thought. I got something for you, bro. I got something. Just hang in there. So I asked some of my British friends and some of my colleagues from across the pond that that serve in the British military, and I just asked, hey, what's the take on this, whatever, and they said it was immeasurable support and immediately just boosted the morale of their forces just by them talking about it. The naysayers will not be naysaying anymore, is what one of them told me. The naysayer. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. There we go. So that's it. What was it? There's a paper that suggested that a beard or even stubble decreases injury and a knockout after being punched. Well, there's 11th Airborne Division. They're letting their kids, not shave when they're out doing stuff. So it's like it's just the common sense. I like that resistance. That's what I'm talking about. The common sense stuff. So again, going back to the Facebook Ranger research, I guess there must be a Facebook Ranger Center of Excellence somewhere. At the same time, this beard stuff, I was working something in the inbox with somebody. I was beckoned over to somebody. Hey, someone's got an issue about some beards, and there. I'll just show the pay. I'll just show the fucking. I'll just drop the fucking. So for your awareness, I'm recommending disapproval. Now, these are now for pagan accommodation beards requests, religious accommodations. The individual who is a coinal, who said recommend disapproval, so that he could find no requirements for pagans to wear beards of any kind or any of the Norse pagan literature online. We have a long practiced Norse pagan in the brigade who also confirms that this is not a requirement. Oh, okay. It's only a tradition. So again, just like that WhatsApp virus, the 2 was the one that brought it up, and then it was the Division 6 that confirmed it. Quote, I don't believe in an approval authority, I don't believe I'm an approval authority, so mine is only a recommendation. Just passing along for your awareness. And they can pagan it till their heathen heart is full without a beard and still see Valhalla with a misspell. That like for somebody who's researched again about about what a pagan. Now look, I would as a leader would not fucking tell anyone how to practice their fucking religion when it comes to the specifics of their religion of which they practice. I don't get it. I see this and I say, oh boy. So you don't believe you researched this, huh? And then you asked. That would be like asking a Presbyterian what a Catholic practices. And that Presbyterian says, yep, that's right. Yep. They don't have to do that. That's just tradition. That's not praising their praising of how they do their praising. I wonder if this colonel's taking Easter off. I wonder. Isn't Easter a pagan holiday too? Just like Christmas or something like that? Halloween? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indubitably, yeah, exactly that. I don't get it. Facebook Rangers, don't be fucking, dude, stop your research on that shit. Don't. You're recommending a disapproval? Got it. But then to add to it? Nah. This is what colonels want to focus on. Don't worry about drugs or sexual assault. Yeah, exactly that. They don't want to focus on that shit, right? Exactly. So I just think it's hilarious that somebody is telling somebody how to be religious in their own accommodation for whatever their religion is by asking somebody who is a different type or maybe different practicer of religion. Yeah, thanks, Davers. That's what I thought. Everything's pagan except for Thanksgiving. That's right. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clear that up. I'm not a practicing religious person myself, but I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody how to be a Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, somebody practicing their Jewish faith or heathen faith or whatever. Just like I was telling you earlier when I was on Monday, when I said as soon as Dances with Wolves comes out, everyone became native. Or when Vikings came out, like Gary was saying, everybody became a Viking. Everyone's all of a sudden, Viking and whatever. And you're like, bitch, you're from Nebraska. No, dude. Your family migrated from fucking Ireland or Italy or something like that. They're not pagan. So the paper doesn't describe any difference in the knockouts except to absorb the impact of skin and bone. Okay, cool. All right. Appreciate it, PIQ. So anyways, so again, leaders, be careful how you articulate this and send this out on how you do your research. Because it's not, it'll look like this. And you'll have somebody like moi saying, wait a minute, why are you asking somebody else of a different sect or a different, I don't know, do pagans have different sects? I don't know. See, I don't know about pagan or heathens or all that Valhalla stuff or Viking stuff. I don't know anything about that. I don't. That's it. That's all, windmills and Vikings and, 13th Warrior. I love it. Have you ever seen the movie 13th Warrior? I love that shit. So again, I don't understand. Even Columbus Day, the original founder, I know later that to be founded by a Viking. Yeah, Leif Erikson, right? Was the first one. Everybody knows that. I mean, well, depends on what schools it is, because I know some schools coming up. I know where I went to school, everybody knew about Eric the Red, Leif Erikson, and then fucking what's his name? Christopher Columbus and all that shit. So yeah, that's whatever. That's one of those things that again, I would be careful as a leader to put this in writing, saying, hey, I talked to a Presbyterian on how to be a Catholic, so you can't eat Catholic stuff. And I'm not practicing religion, or I'm not I keep my religion to myself on a lot of that stuff. So that's why churches have doors. So it's none of your fucking business what I worship and who I worship. I'm just not going to buy a Trump Bible. If you guys see that, it's going to be a Monday conversation. Holy shit. At any rate. So again, leaders, I appreciate that you can authorize that. Just like exactly that. Just like, I didn't think about that. Just like Wiccan either. But at any rate, just be careful what you put out there, because it'll come to our inbox and then we're going to look at it and go, and joking around, breaking balls amongst the admin staff, I said, hey, what's your, and I said Catholic. And believe it or not, we do have non-religious personnel on our staff. And I do ask, like, what is this all about? And again, so again, be careful. I don't say, again, just like that WhatsApp fucking hoax. I did research and I verified it with a G6. Get a new G6. There you go. So again, the beards. Shout out to the British Army. Shout out to the British Defense Forces, or I'm sorry, the British military. That's awesome. Pagans have different paths. They follow the choice of deity, entity, and being combined, or an individual. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Whatever centers you, that's the way I see it. Whatever makes you a good person, and whatever you want to practice is what I appreciate. Whatever faith you practice, it's when you're not pushing it on somebody, or you're not, you're not using force to make somebody do that. That's part of the, that's part of that fucking, I don't know, what was the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, what was the Bill of Rights, the pursuit of happiness, yada, yada, yada. You're not supposed to have a specific, you're not supposed to impress upon what it is. Even the people that I can't fucking stand online, or that I go back and forth with online or whatever, I will always respect and fight for their way of practicing their faith, or practicing of having no faith. So I even break balls on my atheist friends and tell them that they're starting to sound like vegans. So I'm just not gonna get in a fight. So, but I do break balls. Sorry. But at any rate, so that's the status. Don't fucking be posting shit like that on your email. So you can make a religion like Peter did on Family Guy. Yeah. You can talk Norse pagan and worship. They worship Oregon. Talk to an Irish pagan. They worship Morrigan. Yeah. See, that's another thing too. I don't. That's about. What about the Satanists that sacrifice people? You must be talking about my native background of the Aztecs, or some of my friends that are Mayan native background. That you touch that heart. That's one way to touch somebody's heart. I posted a meme about that stuff too, about ripping hearts out and stuff like that. Just don't make me get my Aztec death whistle and see what happens. This has been going on since the mid 90s. Yeah, exactly that, Rich, Robert. I know. It's like, just send up the accommodation. Doesn't matter if you recommend disapproval or not approval. It's like stopping a soldier from going to church, or or worshiping in their mosque or their temples. It's just like, ugh, dude, you're walking down that fucking thin line. At any rate, so real quick, yeah, we were going to talk about it. We were getting some stuff in the inbox about about the Milper that came out. And this Milper now is the regular Army. This is the regular Army, what they call the precision Alarak, knick-knack Alarak, give a dog a bone. Satanists don't sacrifice shit looking up. Their commandments are better than Christianity. Again, we're not here to get any fucking religious or spiritual fight there, Pip. I'm just talking about what's better. You can't say, see, there you go. It's almost like saying, you know, you need to force somebody to whatever. Look them up. I'm not going to look up satanic shit. No way. Just like I'm not going to look up some of the Christian shit or Muslim stuff. You know, I look at all stuff anyways, but at anywho, so the Secretary of the Army has approved significant change to the Army structure that will impact multiple MOSs. Wow. So prior to reclassification, commanders are authorized to utilize personnel in accordance with AR 614-200. Although this will result in an MOS mismatch in reporting, it's understood that during this transformation, there will be impact to USR reporting. Oh, I mean, that's an obvious stuff. So basically just identifies MOSs that are overstrength that require reclassification out of an MOS to achieve force alignment structure. Some of the shortages that are understrength, blah, blah, blah. You know, some of the stuff in here that I'm looking at, general Army stuff, there will be general MOS requirements. You know, the freaking commanders are required to ensure that all soldiers meet the criteria for reenlistment and stuff like that. None really stands out, but something that stood out the most, the precision restrictions are based on the soldier's MOS, and the following MOSs are restricted. 19 Delta, 31 Bravo, all grades, and all grades with 15 Yankee with additional skill fire of Yankee 1, and all grades 35 November with an ASI of Yankee 2. Now, okay, cool, that's interesting, but something that somebody said that made me laugh, that I thought was fucking hilarious. You know, there's always a meme that somebody says, yeah, we're this, we're pretty much infantry. Yeah, we're that, we're pretty much infantry. I'm going to have to say something for right now. Guess what, 19 Delta? Let me just highlight here. Let me just get here in a little bit of a, right there, right underneath where it says exception to policies for 19 Delta and 31 Fox, or 30 MOS CMF 31. Airborne qualified soldiers in the MOS 19 Delta are eligible to reclassify to 11 Bravo with no training required. Oh my God, Cav is pretty much infantry. Sorry, breaking balls. Facebook Ranger. So basically, that's it. It's proven now. Now the meme is not funny anymore because the meme is no longer. I don't know. Is it the meme? Can we say it's the meme? It sounds like a downgrade. Ooh. There's some Cav love in here. Okay. Okay. I could dig some Cav. So that means basically airborne qualified. I'm gonna say, bam. Airborne qualified soldiers in MOS is 19 Delta and 19 Delta 1 and 2, non-promotable sergeants only. Airborne qualified. So you fucking legs? That's only and the ETPs specifically focus on those 19 Delta soldiers serving at Fort Liberty. Qualified soldiers not serving at Fort Liberty will be placed on assignment to an airborne position. So y'all gonna be, oh man, we're making paratroopers out of you. So not only are you pretty much infantry, you're gonna go airborne. You're gonna go airborne. Whoop whoop. Yay yay. That's impressive. I was a tanker and absolutely hated the calf. Gary says, if it walks like a duck, yeah, exactly. Or if it rucks like a duck, how about that, right? It's pretty much infantry. I think this is awesome. Which provides a better service member, a younger age enlisted or an older age enlisted? Oh, well, I mean, we'll see. Depends. I mean, it all depends on the mindset of the troop and what shape they're in and all that. Because I do believe that physical fitness, when it comes to these types of career fields, it's important. It's paramount. So you know, obviously, you don't want to be somebody who's out of shape conducting these types of doing these types of jobs. But I'm telling you right now, airborne qualified, you're going on 82nd, 88 Mike. So again, I think it's pretty funny, and it legit makes the meme come to life. you can pretty much say it right now. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna break balls on one of my buddies who's Cav, and there you go. I'll say it again. Bam. There you go. There you go. Airborne qualified soldiers serving in MO. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Pretty much infantry, guys. You're pretty much infantry. It's not a joke anymore, so it's not funny. So I guess you guys are, I don't know, 12 Bravo and it's an own level. Yeah, really. Tell me about it. Comm engineers, man. Poof. You guys are all on your own, are you 12 Bravo? Is that what I'm saying? I don't want to sit there and, make fun of my combat engineer friends. I got combat engineer friends too. So there you go. I just wanted to highlight that. I just let you know that there are certain MOSs that are going to have to reclass, and you're going to. I think I saw a freaking structure here. Younger or more innovative and mature, chances increases in predictable. Well, I will say this: I did change my MOS when I was 30 years old. I was already in the Army 10 years, and I changed my MOS at 30 years old. And there's people that I've served with right now. There's people that I serve with right now that I've served for 20 fucking years. And 20 years ago, I was that age. I was old. I was already old. So, and like I said, it all depends on the individual. I'm looking for, here we go. So here's the thing that we were talking about. What about bonuses? Well, here we go. Here's some bonuses for you. And some of the bonuses here, they're pretty slick. And freaking let's look at the bonuses right quick. There we go. Fire control specialist, HIMARS crew member, Patriot Fire, air. I'll be honest with you. It's all the MOSs that are generally always moving around out and about doing stuff. And then of course there's Bradley, 19 Charlie's what they're going to call them now, I guess. 19 Kilo, M1 armor crewman, network communications, and 92. So these are the critical MOSs that are given bonuses. There we go. What about retention bonuses? It's a good question about the retirements. What about the retirements? How about you correct, or how about you give incentives to soldiers currently in, like some of the senior NCOs, give them bonuses, so that way there isn't a retention issue at those grade levels. Does that make sense? So like from 6 to 8, give them bonuses to stay past 20. Give them some stuff like that. You don't have to worry about the younger kids. I mean, you do, but those are the internet. What MRH would tend to pick this, then what is a typical new MOS? Well, I was like I said, I went PSYOP, and I was 30 years old. When I made my parachute exit, when I turned 30. And then from 30 until I retired, I was a PSYOP guy. And so from there, and like I said, I already served 10 years before that. So you can kind of like do the beer math. I think it was because I was interested in the craft. I was interested in that field that got me motivated to stay in it and all that. And of course, we deployed. We did a lot of stuff that, we deployed with other organizations, invasion of Iraq. And then, I deployed with, Big Army. And then I did other missions as well in SOF that I thought was great. And that kind of like motivated you because, you were doing the gig. And there was a saying that, there's some guys that have a saying that they're TDY at Bragg, but they're stationed in whatever country they're deployed at, if that makes any sense. So, it sounds like Baby Eyes is upset. So, but anyhow, he's pissed. I think he's throwing a controller at the Xbox. Yeah, he sounds like he's mad. I might have to go or something like that. No, hang on. Okay, I think he's all right. At any rate, so that's the that's the to answer your questions, Davers. That's what I was talking about. What age group, maturity level per MOS would tend to pick this up, and what it all depends. There might be somebody that might be reinvigorated in their Army career when they they go choose another job, or they go pick another MOS. So it's all depending on the specific person. So, anyways. All right, so what's the next? What was I looking up? Is the Army still doing that talent management at the officer level, or are the enlisted folks people too? Yeah, they have that. They have the marketplace. Yeah, exactly that. They do that. They have the marketplace. However, some career fields need to be open, completely open in the marketplace. Like there needs to be more than one career field. If I had the marketplace when I was still in, I'd be going out. I'd be taking off. It should have never been in an Army uniform. Wow, you're Mike. Yeah, you're right. You're talking about what patch? We were talking about the patch with the SF guy. Yeah, you're right. It should never been in the Army uniform. Agreed. How many of those hate their MOS and MOS maturity, but now love it due to the maturity or lower hate? Again, again, I liked, and this is from my experience. I was telling a friend that I would rather have a bad day in PSYOP than India in the big army. But then I've been told I'd rather have a bad day in artillery than a good in any day in whatever unit they were in. So it's all dependent, man. When you Americans talking in foreigners, did you guys see that video? That one guy from Pakistan that was imitating an American, and it sounded like, you know, mushmouth redneck. Was fucking hilarious. But anyway, so that's Davers. That's the, if that answers your question, yeah, it's like there's sometimes I loved doing what I did in aviation, and there were some times where I hated it, and there's the same thing with PSYOP. There are some days where like, man, what the fuck? And there's some days like, man, this is some good shit. This is what I'm talking about. This is what it's all about. You know what I mean? So again, but you could talk to a tanker that used to be artillery that loves the fact that they are, you know, doing what they're doing. So, what was the last thing? Oh, okay. I think I've got 2 more stories, 3 more stories that we gotta bring up. It's important. Not talking, taking. Oh, taking foreigners. Oh, gotcha. You know, I'll be honest with you, and I'm glad you brought that up. Not talking to foreigners, taking foreigners. I know of individuals that have served our country that weren't citizens, that were granted citizenship, and I would rather serve with those guys that are willing to lay their lives on the line for our country, and then you know, give them citizenship. I'd rather have that than you know, than not. Does that make sense? To restrict somebody from not serving, to me, our country or anybody's country, and you're willing to die and not give them citizenship, I think that you're doing your force a disservice. So, anyone want to attend AUSA this week? You got any tickets? You got any freebies? You got freebies, Davers? Anyone attending USA? Are you gonna get some tickets or something like that? But again, everyone talks about, oh, well, you know, this individual, he didn't serve his country, and let's talk about illegals, and they're making him join the service. I'm gonna tell you what right now, and I'm only gonna commentate on this real quick, is that those are the ones that don't know the military. The military already has that. The military already has non-citizens serving in our military. Now some of them can't get a specific level of clearances, but I will say right now that I would rather have somebody fighting alongside with me that is not a citizen, that's willing to die for me and for our country, not their country, our country, than anything else. This whole fucking talk about the Army's woke, we're taking on citizens. Motherfucker, we've been doing that for like years. Yeah, it started Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know. But anyways, let's go on to this next story. Hawaii has been in the fucking news a lot. Lately, Hawaii has had power failures. And they've had water issues. They've had water problems with, I guess there were some pumps or something like that that went out. Air conditioning units, just a bunch of shit. It's for a soldier. Everyone even says it's not even worth going there. And that's another thing too. It's like, hey man, it started Tuesday and I'm sorry, man. No, I guess we didn't go to AUSA. Sorry, we didn't attend. I don't know what is it about that. Again, the island mentality or whatever. Somebody told me somebody said they hate the aloha mentality because that just means it's nothing. What's this, Mike? Like a female dispatcher and her uniform t-shirt cut short, lower boobs and arm wing cut off and tight and no bra. She was out of uniform. Mike, you are like out of left field, and I don't know what you're talking about that. I don't even, dude, you're like, well, I don't even know what that comment's for. And anyway, you guys remember that lieutenant colonel? That lieutenant colonel out in the cadet command that was out in California, who just happened to be a PSYOP guy, that got busted at a PacSun clothing store. They arrested Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Sweetland. Remember him? And received a reprimand after pleading guilty to charges. He just received a reprimand. Okay. Anyways, For placing a hidden camera in the changing room store of a store that caters to teenagers and young adults. A teenage girl found the camera at a PacSun in Pismo Beach, California, and the police arrested Swetland later, and then he returned to the store to retrieve. He returned to the store to retrieve the camera. He initially tried to run away from the authorities before he was apprehended. TDY to Hawaii, some experiences may vary. Exactly. Woo, man, exactly that. So Swetland was initially charged in a civilian court, but it was dismissed to allow the Army to prosecute the case. And Swetland immediately pleaded guilty to the charges and visual recording conduct. Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Pieper, that's right. Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Pieper. Well, breaking news. A developing story right now is in Hawaii at the commissary. And the Army right now is investigating reports of a possible camera right now because they're trying to determine what the device is, that was found in a restroom in Schofield Barracks. And so Jeff Schogel with the story out of Task and Purpose. Let me see. I got a bunch of ads popping up. There we go. I don't know what my gun ads posting up. Why does the British roll out news about changes a lot better than we do? Watch that announcement about the beards was sold, and if we had the same thing, we'll read it about 2 weeks later. Hey, no, you didn't. We just played it right after the break, Joel. We just talked about it. I rolled it out. As a matter of fact, I rolled it out for them too. So the Army is investigating reports of a possible camera in the Schofield restroom. Safety and security of our soldiers and families is always our top priority. And this is what was Public Affairs said. The social media posted that was posted this item right here. It looks like a vape, but it doesn't look like. There's some individuals that I'm gonna tell you what. There's so many cameras that are out there that you cannot. It's hard to nail down the type and model. Does that make sense? It's really hard to do that. So the Army, the CID, the Army Criminal Investigation Division, has launched an investigation into reports an incident in the restroom at Schofield Barracks. Major Jeff Tolbert, spokesman for 25th ID, and the media post indicated the device could be a hidden camera where it was found in the commissary. It was on Tuesday. So I think that's BS. They need to allow civilian courts to prosecute. Yes, exactly that, because they don't do that for murder, right? You get busted for murder, that's it. So good point, Heather. Let's see, another one here is Lieutenant Colonel probably got a local filed Gomar because he supports clean-shaven pagans. Exactly. So anyways, this device was found in the restroom. Jeff Schogel with the story from Task and Purpose. So hopefully we can get to the bottom. We will, of course, post updates. This is going to go up on the main page and on the radio rotator so you guys can see what's up. And so, yeah, I think it looks like a milk. That's a half. It looks like a milk carton. Yep, Lieutenant Colonel Pieper went TDY. They should have waited for him to come back and get it. Exactly that. So here we go. So the next story. Hang on, the next story right here. What's the next one? What was the next one? Oh, it's still about Hawaii. I'm sorry, I didn't say 2 stories coming out of Hawaii. Woo! So U.S. military drains fuel from the facility at that. You guys remember that fuel leak that was happening that was affecting the drinking water? Again, Hawaii is just getting, just like 4th ID, it's not even funny how they just keep getting fucking hit with a bunch of shit. We talked about the river, what was it? The Red Hill fuel bulk storage facility near Pearl Harbor, when everyone said, yeah, it was okay. They even had fucking town halls about it. And matter of fact, let me just open up the story here from NBC Snooze. There we go. So military drains fuel from the tank facility that leaked fuel into Pearl Harbor's drinking water. The military agreed to drain the tanks after a fuel spill happened, which we posted on WTF Moments. And that sparked outcry in Hawaii and concerns about the threat of Honolulu's water supply. Sorry. So let me see. So begin defueling of tanks in October after completing months of repair. A network of pipes to prevent the World War II era facility from springing more leaks. You know, I'm kind of curious. What are they going to do afterwards? Like, what's next? Where are they going to put the fuel at? So anyways, so that's another one out of Hawaii. There we go. All right, what's the other one? All right, so did this happen a few years ago also? Yes, I'm saying the water leak happened 2021. And that's when it there's another story that I'm kind of digging in here that I wanted to double check. There we go. Arizona still leaking oil. There's been concern. Yeah, exactly that. They're going to put in a ball of water. Another story that we posted that's developing, and within 48 hours, you know, we talked about Fort Carson and what they're going through and their stuff. Within 48 hours, they've had another Apache. The Army has had another Apache crash. No details yet. It's a developing story right now that 2 Fort Carson soldiers were injured in a helicopter crash during training yesterday. So within 48 hours, as a matter of fact, let's just scroll down. Oh yeah, we're gonna buy a high track. You guys want a half track? Oh yeah, is that first sergeant playing dodgeball? That's fucking hilarious. Hope you guys aren't getting sick. Just look at. Here we go. Another. Yeah, so it was 2 days ago. Yeah, within 48 hours, an Apache crashed at JBLM. So that's pretty fucking insane. Ground all flight ops. The tempo is too high. Yeah, exactly that. I agree, Pip. Time to PMCS all of our toys. Trying to do a safety stand down again. Davis Winky with a story about our rotations and how much they whatever, and now they're saying that we need to increase training. We just need to do more training. Are you fucking for real? So anyway, so that's again. So 2 Apache crashes within the last 48 hours. All right, I think there was another story that I'm going through my notes right quick, guys. So please be patient. I think this was the last story that I was going to talk about. So we all know that Cav is pretty much like infantry. Is pretty much infantry. Is the Apache warranty up? Ooh, yeah, bad one. So you guys remember Major General Eisenhower, right? He was the guy that sat on a AUSA panel and said soldiers lack discipline or whatever. It's a discipline issue. Blah 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 blah. I'm paraphrasing about what happened to the to barracks, mold, and all this other stuff. Now here's a funny thing. He just approved. And I'll be honest with you, this is a funny post. This is funny. Major General Eisenhower, the same guy that we all like to make memes about with discipline and all this stuff, implemented a policy on Fort Bliss that is making CSMs go absolutely nuts. And I think it's freaking hilarious. Big Sarge, I'm sorry. Anything that pokes fun at Big Sarge, I support 1,000%. I do. Let's do it. Big Sarge is the reason why simple things are made so difficult in the service. So here's one right here. Look at that. Fort Bliss has authorized the boonie cap across the installation. He even poked a joke after decades of being rejected in the field by CSMs across the Army. The boonie cap is redeemed and found its home across all of Fort Bliss. Instead of sunburnt necks and messed up haircuts, all of Fort Bliss can now rest made in mobile shade. Dude, this is awesome. Again, General Eisenhower, we break balls about the discipline comment, but you know what? This is a good call. This is what I'm talking about. Iron soldiers. I am an Iron soldier. I served with the 1st Armored Division, so yes. I think it's awesome. I think it's hilarious that now Big Sarge is exactly that. Big Sarge must be pissed. Right now there's a CSM trying to find a way to. Oh, I said that too. That there's a CSM out there probably ready to go. The brim cannot be this much. The branch things must be cut off. It's got to be flat. No flat. No floppies. I think it's hilarious. I think it's freaking awesome. I think, hey man, again, just like the general, just like the sergeant major of the British Army. You guys notice he was a W1. The rank insignia on the boonie looks hideous. Yeah, it does because it's pin on or something. I think that once it sews on, it'll be good. And then, like if they have the pattern like of the DCU boonie cap, then I think it'll be pretty cool. So, but anyways. So congrats for Summer Division. As a matter of fact, congrats Fort Bliss for all the freaking boonie. I can't wait. We're going to have, I know this is going to happen. I know we're going to get something in the inbox. Look at all these guys. I think the new thing, the new fad, the new inbox trend will be, look at this soldier wearing a patrol cap. He's supposed to be wearing a booty. Y'all don't correct soldiers anyway, so shut up. Exactly. They don't correct them anyways. So at any rate, so I think that's it. You got to go. Got to try to fund it. Yep, okay, watch this show. All right, Davers. Yep, we're closing up anyways. We got to do housekeeping, as it is. So I got to go see what the kid. He's pissed about something. So, and I don't want to like freaking get people. Hey, whatever. So you listen to Sarn's Time, or you're watching Sarn's Time, or you're hearing Sarn's Time. You're viewing Sarn's Time. You're just looking at Sarn's Time. You're looking at me and Spanky every Thursday on WTF Nation Radio. The Boonie Hats are the best. Tomorrow's Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Mom. And I don't think they got a guest. So they'll be on. I have to tell you, when I was at Fort Knox, Kentucky, I was impressed by the young men and women. And I saw the young men and women who myself and my wife talked to, that the leadership would do their job, fulfilling the responsibility. We would have better retention with a stronger, cohesive military. Exactly that. Exactly that, Abe. Boonie Hats are the best. He probably took something apart and couldn't get back together. Yeah, exactly. So tomorrow's Friday Night Freedom with Kaz and Mom. And then Saturday is obviously our day off. I don't know if King and the coach will be doing the sports bar on Easter. I don't know. I'll have to see. Because Easter Sunday and Easter Monday, I guess some people have an Easter Monday. I will be, of course, the Monday edition. News, commentary, and discussion, and then Pop Culture Warrior. Let's see. What's the next one I'm looking at? I'm just looking forward to some of my. So Pop Culture Warrior's got no guest. And then Wednesdays, the Sarns, the Team Sarns at the Smoke Pit, TZ and Radar, and then moi with Sergeant's Time. And then there's a bye week next week. Man, that was quick. We got another week. We're already in April Fool's is coming up. Ooh, yeah, April Fool's. Huh. I think I got to ask the team how we're gonna do April Fool's, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to have an April Fool's and then it trends and then it becomes like, oh, you guys are doing fake news, blah, 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 whatever we're always accused of. So we'll probably do a post with something that, has a line or something like that would identify it as April Fool's. Somebody said there's a hashtag that they code on their April Fool's post, and that's how they know it's April Fool's. Or they tell the audience, or they tell their followers at the end of the day. I don't know. Some of the stuff that we post, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be April Fool's. I think it just should be normally discussed. And I'll be, like I said, I'll be on air. So, anyways, I think that's it. Let me go through my stories right quick, and I think we are good to go. Let me see. No, we talked about the beards. Talked about the beard recommendation disapproval. We talked about ethics. We talked about the vape. We talked about the boonie cap. We talked about those punk asses that were crying and took our post down on IG, which of course is my own theory, but it actually could be it could be true that the algorithms didn't like what we posted. So I'll just leave it at that. We've also came to an understanding that Cav is pretty much like infantry, and then let me see the patch. Yeah, we talked about the patch. Oh, and finally, last but not least, normally we don't do this. Normally we don't go into other people's groups. Believe it or not, we're not part of any groups at all. Any spouse groups, any whatever. I myself am invited in several like dirty laundry pages, and that was because I was invited, and I just sit in there and watch and laugh. WTF Moments doesn't go scraping people's pages and stuff like that. If it hits the inbox, that's how it gets reviewed to get posted on the Facebook page. So I'm just in there watching. I'm just regular Joe. I'm in there watching, the Fort Bragg Dirty Laundry, or I don't know how many dirty laundry pages I'm in, or The Real Truth, or but we got something from Fort Greg Adams. Formerly known as Fort Lee Wives, because everybody knows that Fort Lee changed their name. And this has to be a joke, but it's not. Nice. This is what I'm closing out. It's not a joke, and the because I'm not in this group. The screenshots of the back and forth have been freaking hilarious. Now, I don't know if this is a troll, again, because we're not in these groups either, but I just think it's fucking hilarious that somebody says, hey, moved in last week, and I'm trying to find some like-minded high-class friends. I'm posting anonymously because we could prefer to see who the officer spouses are, so I can message them directly and get together. Nothing personal. I just don't want to be associate. I just want to associate with enlisted spouses for personal reasons. Oh, okay. So if you are who I'm looking for, post below and I will message you. I can't wait to meet y'all, bro. Right now to this minute, I'm looking and I can see the inbox filling up with the responses that all the enlisteds have talked about. Again, we don't normally post this. I just think it's hilarious. Last minute thing. It's not going to get posted, but I just think it's fucking hilarious. I just figured you guys could see it right now. It's freaking hilarious. Leaders, I suggest you be in those pages, but don't be in those pages as leaders. Just be in watch mode, and you'll be surprised what you'll learn or what your soldiers are posting up. But then again, I tell your soldiers to get a Twitter account so they can see what your shit posting about. So there we go. There's an even balance to the force when it comes to that. I think that's it. Yeah, I know exactly. I got to see what the kid's up. He's quiet now, so more than likely he was probably pissed off and whatever, and upset. And he gets like that sometimes, though, dude. He's like, "What?" I'm glad you guys could barely hear him, or I don't know if you did hear him, but there were some times where. One time he was on. I was on broadcast. I was on air, and he came up to me while I was on air and asked if he wanted a juice box, and I said, what did you say? And then he goes, what do you think I said? And everybody was rolling in the audience in the chats because my boy, throwing some attitude at, whatever. And he just doesn't, he knows I do broadcasts. He knows I'm on air because he always likes to make fun of me talking or the way my mannerisms are, just like everybody else does. But again, share, like, and follow. We're on 2 Facebook pages, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. We're on 2 YouTube pages, Army WTF, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And we are broadcasting live on the X app. So share, like, and follow. And if you can comment inside the X app. All you got to do is click on the broadcast, and I can see your comments, and I'll be able to talk. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, all the chats are migrated in the WTF Nation Radio. So you can just sit back. I know Musa, my buddy Musa, likes to watch, and he says he sees all the chats. I guess I look good on a big screen TV. So, anyways, I think that's it. I think again, hit us up in the inbox at U.S. Army WTF Moments for all your WTFs. If you wanted to get a podcast or come on a podcast, go to contact at WTF Nation Radio or inbox the Facebook page at WTF Nation Radio. And y'all have a good night, and see you. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation
on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.